But we do have a bit of a topic on our hands today, and this is a lot to do with, controlling and letting go. And the topic itself is called Why Does Spirit Show Up the Way It Does, and why doesn't it show up the way we like to control it, basically? And I know a lot of people, including myself. I'll share a quick story before I give it to you guys. I definitely have, let's say, found myself in deeper places of like, I've created this, I wanted to manifest this, I wanted to, help people in this way and this shape or form, or maybe this course and that course, and it hasn't always showed up or manifested or been exactly 100% like I wanted it to be. And that those moments where I've seen the discrepancy between let's say the initial desire and the result, these have, especially when I was younger, they caused me a lot of suffering. I was like, why me? Like, universe, why, God, why are you doing this to me? And am I doing something wrong? Am I creating something wrong? So, guys, I don't know, maybe Mercedes, do you have anything to add, or just Joe, rip it?
I mean,
No.
kind of like it's like it's like when you're the thought I had is like at this one point in my life, I was like praying for courage. And it wasn't like this big being came and was like, here you go, here's courage. It was like I had to go through some shit and I had to make choices. I had to choose. I had to freaking live through it. And basically I want to say I had to interact with my surroundings in a different way. And that was how courage came.
Exactly. And that's where the universe is. I don't know. I like using the word literal. I don't know if that's the exact word I need to be using, but it really is. So when you say courage, it's like, oh, it wants you to discover and find the courage within inside yourself. So it's going to bring you the challenges that your mind is going to perceive as fear or something scary you got to run from, or oh, I'm not smart enough or intelligent. I don't know how to explain this. So it's going to put you in something. And I was like, oh shit, it's like, how do I do this? And in the past, we would just respond and we would allow things to come in and take over. So we would just react really, really fast. So when you ask for something like strength, you got to realize it's going to make you dig inside. It's going to find all these things you may have avoided or found ways around, or that sitting there, that confrontational friend or parent or somebody that's sitting there and they're like, ooh, here's our opportunity. So we're going to let you stand there and see how you solve this problem. And sometimes you got to realize you're a chemistry factory because your brain is working 24 hours a day. So it's going to give you sensations. It's going to give you emotions, feelings. It's going to give you an up and down euphoria. And the universe is like, okay, what is your strengths in here? How are you going to be in control? That's why I'm like, you're going to become the master of your mind, because whatever your mind is doing, you're in control of it all, nothing else. There's no chemical reactions. You're stoic, you're logical, and you're aware of it all. So you're going to deal with it a whole new different rationality, and you're going to find that beautiful strength. I always say, look at your challenges in the past, where you've been hurt or this and that's gone on, and find those strengths. Look at your mistakes. Things went on, you did this and that, but you survived it for a reason. So don't avoid. So look at that and go, wow, what did I learn in this? Because the universe, whatever you're asking, one of the things I try to make people see is whatever you're asking, there's something on the other side. So if you really want happiness, it's going to challenge you in the way to realize you do have happiness, even though people are yelling, screaming, fighting, all kinds of craziness is going on. Somewhere inside, you're like, ooh, shit, this ain't affecting me. And you want to laugh and that, and just the cuffs are going on. And you're like, ooh, maybe I need to duck because a cup might come flying at me or whatever. And you're just seeing it hilarious. And then you're freaking happy. Instead of, just sitting, really humdrum, and, and you're just generating that energy and it pulls you, and next thing you're fighting with everybody. It's like, I didn't need to do that. It's like watching a movie. You're sitting there and you're watching the screen and everything's going on. It's like you can sit back and be the bystander and laugh and think crazy thoughts and joke and do whatever. And it can be live in action around you. And you don't have to go down and get pulled into it. So this is the way the universe really, really works. And like I say, you think of all your other lifetimes, you've done these things. You've been a nun, you've been a monk, you've been a preacher, you've been a Buddhist, monk, you've been a lama, you've been teachers, you've been avatar, guru, you've been all kinds of different things in every race, and you've had these challenges. So what is it you already carry inside you you're not really fully allowing yourself in? And those are big dynamics. So when you're really, really asking and you see these things come up, it's not the universe punishing you. It's actually trying to show you how super intelligent. Your soul is billions of years old, and it's went through the galaxy and so many worlds and chaos and that, and it's done everything. And it's here saying, ta-da! Where's your intelligence? Where's your bigger things? So when you're asking this, allow yourself to drop in there. And I like using the going into the darkness. The darkness is scary. People don't want to look at it. There's things there from the past. There's this and that. There's superstitions and other things. But if you sit in the darkness long enough, you're going to spot something like one of these little dots up here, and you're going to go and you're going to go, ooh, and you're going to bring it forwards. You're going to start finding all this stuff around it. And then it's not dark. All of a sudden, there's answers. There's logic. There's all kinds of solutions. And sometimes we need to talk it out here, because when it's outside of us, it's not just racing around this little car track in your mind, because it doesn't have brakes. It'll just keep going in this circle. But if you write it down or you put it out here, and then later you sit down, you look at it, all of a sudden you realize you have a logical explanation. You start finding all kinds of things that solve and change it. So in that too, you got to also look at, everybody understands chakras, and there's a saying, whatever is above is below, whatever is below is above. So there's something about that. And our bodies are sacred temples. So 3 lower chakras, earth, 3 higher chakras, universe. So whatever is down here is affecting up here. Whatever is affecting up here is affecting down here. A lot of people don't realize these 3 lower chakras can move into the heart chakra and then blend with the higher one. So that gives you a bigger energy. Because if you're not living in your 3 lower chakras, then you're going to be creating and manifesting these bigger things that are the future, that are only going to be bringing happiness. You're not going to be worried about an hour from here, month from here, 6 months from here, a year from here. You're not going to be. You're going to be right here, creating in your happiness. As you do that, you're going to see everything get bigger around you. And each thing you do, you're going to see how it expands and grows, and it's only going to bring more and more and more happiness. You're not worried about the outcome. You're not worried about anything. You're just living in a joyous, happiest state. So there's really lots and all that. So I'm going to just pass it to Ian or Mercedes if there's something you guys want to talk on a little bit about that.
I have a little bit of something, because I think you touched upon many important things, and one of the things you said was it's not the universe punishing you. And I think it took a really long time for me to learn it. And I'll tell a really quick story on one of the ways I had to learn it. And it was like, I think it was 10 years ago, almost exactly 2012. And I was in a weird space. I was kind of like already the, what do you call it, energy that is moving from the spine. Kundalini, I had those awakenings already going on, but I was out of my depths. I didn't exactly know what was going on. And there was this moment in an evening where I was spending time with a person close to me, and I was all mixed up, and I was like, okay, so what do I want in life? And the thing that came out of me was, I want to be happy. I want to be happy, and I want to know what happiness is. And I was like, okay, so after I made that kind of statement or intention, and I said that prayer, I was in a space of, okay, so life and universe is going to bring me all this stuff. all this stuff.
Wrong.
I was extremely wrong. And like so wrong. Basically, everything was taken from me, and as much as I wanted to control it, I couldn't. I just couldn't. You know, everything I did,